you as I watch my time as best as possible. I know I'm not going to get to all my notes, but I'm going to do my best. So I want to talk to you about some of my top 4 ways that I've had the most success in selling recently. I've been building my business for 27 years, so there's been a lot of changes through those 27 years. But recently, there are 4 ways that I wanted to kind of just dive in and talk to you about today, whether you're brand new or you've been in for as long as I have. There's always going to be those things that you can pick up. So the first one is going to be an in-person party. So an in-person party, first of all, I think of like a really fun name for it. So something that excites you is going to excite your customers, right? So a lot of them that I do them called happy hour for your skin. That encourages them to do it like right after work. The hostess can have her favorite drink there and we make their skin happy. So it's happy hour for your skin. I love parties that are earlier in the day. If I could do them all like around noon or 2, that'd be awesome. But if you do like 5:30, that works out too. So that happy hour for your skin, women love. It gives them the opportunity to come straight from work and to just hang out with their friends, and we get their face ready for bed. That would be one tip that I would give very strongly, is with a first party, when you have a group of people together, now maybe not one-on-one, but a group of people together, that you're gonna focus heavily on skincare instead of color. So that color, you want to be that carrot you dangle, that at your second appointment, we'll go into color. At your second appointment, we can do your foundation match. So I love to focus on skincare at that first one, because we know skincare is the bread and butter of our business, right? That this is, the skincare is what they're putting on every single morning, every single night, and it covers everyone, regardless of if they care about cosmetics or not. We're gonna try to get them to care about that, but it's gonna be the thing that really does fit everyone. So when you book a party, first thing, get it booked, right? Have your script, get it booked. The next thing you want to do is you want to ask your hostess for her guest list. So you want to make that just as casual and simple as possible. You can have a script, but still don't make it sound too like scary to her. So I'll say something like, "Hey Susie, I'm so excited about your party. I can't wait to meet your friends. Go ahead and either share their contact info with me or send me a list of their names and numbers so I can ask them a few questions about their skin to have everything ready." That sounds easy, right? Like, that's no big deal. Lots of people share contacts in their phone, but if you said, "Would it be okay if I get your friend's name and number? So I'm gonna call them and I'm gonna ask them some questions." Like, that sounds pretty scary, right? Like, you'd be worried, are your friends gonna be concerned about what kind of phone call they're gonna get? So I keep that pretty casual, and then I do my pre-profiling through text message. I have found currently, and maybe you find something different, I find currently women prefer text over a phone call for something like that. Everybody can answer a quick text. A lot of times they're not gonna pick up a phone call, especially if they don't recognize the phone number. So my quick text will be, "Hey Sally, so excited to see you at Susie's party Tuesday at 7, or Tuesday at 5, we're hoping, right? Tuesday at 5. I just have a few questions to have everything ready for you. 1, is your skin common to oily or normal to dry? 2, do you have any problem areas with your skin? 3, do you currently use Mary Kay or have you in the past?" And then they can just go on and answer those 1, 2, 3. A lot of times they answer them exactly that way. 1, answer. 2, answer. 3, answer. And then I can follow up. So that third one is gonna help you find out if she currently uses Mary Kay or has in the past. If she says, "Yes, I love the Time Wise," great. Who do you get your products from? So again, keep it casual. Don't say, "Who is your independent beauty consultant?" They don't know what that means. We know what that means. Who do you get your products from? Keep it simple, keep it casual, so that you're getting those answers back. That will give you the opportunity to find out if she's already being serviced from someone. Then you can tell her, "Well, I'm so glad you're coming to Sally's party. I will let you order anything you want there to help Sally with her hostess credit, but then I will refer you back to your consultant for your reorders." So it helps you know that. But you also might find out, don't assume because she loves the Time Wise that she has an independent beauty consultant. So make sure to ask those questions. It's gonna help, and it will help you to have everything ready. Now, once they get to the party, I like to have a clipboard for everyone. I find that's easiest. Now, a lot of times I do them in my own home because I like to do that. So if you have a space set up in your home that would work for them, whether that's a designated area or your kitchen table, that you have an area that is clear of clutter, that seems calm, that is a great place for people, then suggest they do them at your house. It is very rare for me to go to somebody else's house to do a party now, and I love that because I can be set up whatever time of day, it can be ready to go, and when they walk out the door at night, I'm upstairs, my face is probably washed before they've even left my driveway, and I'm in my comfy clothes. So I love that opportunity. So if that is something that works for you, you could suggest that way. So I have them sit around on the couch and on chairs, and I have TV trays for them. They each have a clipboard, and it's very casual, just kind of sitting around like that. It looks casual. I am very prepared, and I know exactly what I'm going to say and how I'm going to close the sale, but it has a casual, let's get together for girl time feel. So everybody has a clipboard, and on that clipboard, they are going to have a profile card, an order form, a catalog, and then my closing sheet. I think a closing sheet is very important. Ask your director if she already has one that she suggests. A closing sheet, again, that is heavy on skincare is gonna be really important to help you to get those sales. If you just do all the products and hand them a catalog and say, what would you like? They don't even know what they put on out of that catalog. This will direct them exactly to the products that you would like to suggest for them. So all heavy on that skincare to get, again, build that sale and build that relationship and build a product that you're gonna have those solid and consistent reorders from. I've never had anybody run out of moisturizer and be like, it's no big deal, I don't need moisturizer. But they might feel that way with foundation or with a lipstick because they might have a backup one. So they're gonna be more consistent with that skincare. So I make sure that everybody has a clipboard so they can write right on it. They have all the information that they need right there. And that way, as we go through all of the products, when we're at the end, I can have them pull out that closing sheet. Now, some people like to have those laminated. I like to have mine printed off. And the reason I like that is I tell them as I go through the close sheet, just make circles on everything that you want and that you like right now. If you had a laminated one, that would be hard to do. Plus, when we have a price change, a product change, you're like relaminating things so many times. I do think it's more than likely in the long run more cost effective just to have extra printing done. I also think it's very important to make sure that they are clean and crisp, not raggedy, and that the color comes out as well as you can. So if you can send it somewhere or if you have a good printer, then that is great. So having a clipboard, now how you do your party is up to you. Maybe you already have a routine. If not, have you seen the updated flip chart? I mean, when I was a new consultant in Mary Kay, there was a flip chart and that saved me. I could read exactly what it said. I could make lines through, highlight things, make my own little notes on it until I became confident. Now I don't currently use a flip chart unless I'm just like showing a few pictures. And the reason I like to show a few pictures and maybe read a few things off of it is even if you know everything, what's easy to show is, it's really easy to be a Mary Kay beauty consultant. I would love to have you on my team. Look, all you have to do is read from the back. So you can show them you don't have to know everything to be able to be a consultant. So you're gonna be able to transfer those skills easier. So your flip chart is awesome. Okay, the next one is a virtual idea. So I love in person and I love color appointments. So even though I don't do that at a first appointment, I like to set up one-on-one for a color appointment. And let me just cover that really quick because I think this is a great tip and I teach all of my unit members to do their one-on-ones this way too. Put as much product on their face as possible. Don't take time to mask. You don't need 10 minutes to mask. Maybe have a microderm their nose or something. Use the basic skincare, whatever one you're using, and then use as many things as you can. Foundation primer, have them try the CC, match them with their foundation color. Powder, under eye corrector, translucent powder, contour, blush, highlighter, eyeliner, eyeshadows, mascara, lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss. Like, let them try lots of products as much as they are interested in. But let them try lots because while you're with them, they're getting the opportunity to fall in love with the products. Have them use every single brush that we have because those brushes, if you demo them once, you're gonna sell them, and now you've got that one paid for. So as many of those full-size products that you can use to be able to demo from is great. And then to close a one-on-one, I never use that party sheet. That party sheet is exclusive for a party. Oh, you'd like to get that deal? Book a party with your, at least you plus two. You have to have you plus two people. If it's one-on-one, my closing is the catalog, because this catalog is beautiful. So you go to the back to the skincare pages, back where it says shopping guide, and I circle every single product that I put on their face. If we talked about something in detail but they didn't try it, I'll put a star next to it. Go through, circle everything they used, and then go back to where you started. So, what would you like to get started with today? I have everything in stock. You can use MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express. I even offer a payment plan. So however you have your closing, your ending, use the catalog there. Do you know what else happens when you have this catalog all circled up? They won't throw it away. This, they will keep. They will not lose this catalog because all of their colors are on it. And I tell them, I only keep record of the products you purchased. I don't have record of the products you tried on, so make sure you keep this catalog. They'll have the catalog they did a facial with like 3 quarters from now, like 3 books from now, because they like to keep all of their, the colors that they have on. So the other thing I like about that with a one-on-one is that there's no final total. Like they don't see the sales, so they're just going through like, oh, I want the skincare for sure. Yes, yeah, let's do the skincare. Oh yeah, and I want that balancing toner. Oh, I really like the eye makeup remover. I like the micellar. Yep. Oh yeah, satin lips for sure. Foundation primer. Yeah. So they're just going through, and you are making the list. So then when they get to the end, a lot of times you've got like a really good $400, $500, $600 sale, and that is a beautiful thing, because that $400, $500, $600 at any dollar amount that you sell to a customer, that is repeat business. And that is where we're talking about that sustainable and profitable business that will be forever, because the product is something women put on every morning and wash down the drain every night. So this is something we want to make sure that they are using a lot of, and that you get this skill down so you can transfer this skill to your team members and your future team members for sure. Okay, now the virtual one. So I do a couple of different virtual options. I have Facebook, a Facebook group that's private, and I'll go live in there. I have found that women love tutorials, especially eye tutorials. Have you found that? Like they really love that. I've even done tutorials on how to clean your brushes. They love it. The other thing I would tell you, that if you have a private Facebook group and you're like, I am not getting a lot of interaction, still like put it out there, maybe ask a friend to get in there and comment, do some things. You will be surprised at how many people are watching that and you have no idea. They don't like it, they don't love it, they don't comment, but they're watching and they're learning and they're seeing things. I've had so many women say, oh, I saw that one video did that talked about the satin hands, or where you cleaned your brushes. I want that bar soap you cleaned your brushes with, or I want that micellar water that you dipped them in. They never said anything. I never knew they saw that. Like, I wish they would comment, right? but those tutorials, those ways that you can show that are different products, and if you can have a plan for that, I would encourage that too. I go live every Tuesday night at 7 and talk about a product or a tutorial, and I think of it. If you don't have a plan, every Tuesday night at 7 comes along really fast. Like, you have to have a plan, or pretty soon it's been like, oh, it's been 3 weeks and I haven't done anything yet. So make sure you have a plan with when you're going to do something like that. Another one that I will do is a Zoom. And so Zoom right now, I've been on the glow facials. You might hear them called glass skin or hydra sessions, hydra facials. I do believe hydra facial is a word we're not supposed to use. I think that's correct. So come up with something else, glass skin, glow facials. We call it glow facials. It's Voluform, peel, and gel mask. And those get sent to people that say, yes, I can be on this Zoom at this time, on this date, when you have this done, when you have this signed. Oh, you can't make it? Okay, let me know when you can, and I'll send you the free sample packet. So, do you see what I'm doing there? You don't just hand these out, because that would just be like tossing dollar bills around, So make sure that you have a plan, and if that person doesn't show up, make sure you have it recorded, and then send them the recording and say, I'll send you the recording. When would you be able to use that packet that I sent you? Oh, tomorrow? Okay, I'll send it to you tomorrow at 5. Would that be a good time? Okay, great, and then I'll follow up with you. So anytime you hand out a sample, make sure there's a plan for follow-up. So you will be sure to be able to have an opportunity to close that sale, and be sure that this doesn't end up sitting on their desk for months, because we know that can happen too. But I have found, I kind of questioned, like, how many people are really still getting on Zoom? Oh, there's a lot. Let me just tell you. So if you question, if you think like, oh, nobody I know uses Facebook. Oh, nobody I know gets on Zoom. Nobody I know does an in-person party. Yeah, they do. You have to tell them. Tell them what you're doing. Of course, there's going to be some that don't come because they don't do Facebook, so they're not getting on Facebook. But all the others did. And there's going to be some that don't want to figure out how to download Zoom or get on it, but lots of others will. So find your niche, find the things you love or are willing to do. Maybe you don't love it yet, but I'll tell you what, if you get results, you're gonna love it. If you have 150 people show up with your big group, if you have 3 people show up, you're gonna love it. So be willing to try something new. When you find a new idea, and it sounds like, ooh, that's worth trying, go try it, run it. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work, drop that idea. Or maybe it tires out and you move on to another one. That is one of the key things that I've trained on or taught on since our unit finished million last year for the first time. And that was something that I felt so much, was that we did a year of just pivoting. Like, oh, we want to do this? Okay, let's try that. Oh, this? Okay, let's do this. Oh, okay, let's do this. And so not that you're chasing lots of different things, you're just open to trying a new idea that you have seen the results already from. So if you just hear a great idea, somebody's just a loud talker, I have a problem with this. I listen to the loudest person in the room sometimes. I'm working on it. But it's easy to listen to the loudest person in the room, but what you want to see is, are they getting the results that you would want? If you're going to spend the time, you're going to spend the money, you're going to spend the energy, make sure you're doing something that has been proven to get results. Or if you're just that creative and you've come up with something and you believe it will get results, then run after that one. But don't just listen to everything unless you see those results happening. Another sales idea I want to share with you is something called Fab 5 and 5. Have any of you tried that before, done that in the past? So this was something a lot of us did the years of COVID, 2020, 2021. It was a really big thing. About a year ago, a friend had reached out and said, hey, does anybody have that script left? And she and I got together, we like redid it and made a quick Zoom, a quick training video on how to do it. This is a way that you can get quick sales. So if you, like maybe right now you're not finished with your star, and it's bugging you right this second, and you know our quarter ends tomorrow. How many customers could you get on FaceTime tonight? I bet you have some Mary Kay products in your room. I bet you have a travel roll-up bag in there, right? You could go live, you could get them on FaceTime. You could say, I'm gonna go over 5 products with you in 5 minutes and tell you about some of my favorites, some things I think you're gonna love. Get on there, you showcase 5 items in 5 minutes, you offer them a special as you close it out, and then you ask them to book a party and you share the $20 starter kit with them. It is very fast, it is very effective, and you can have immediate sales. Now that would be a way, if you are just not sure, like, I don't have the time, I don't have the samples, I don't have the product, I don't have the house space. Okay, no excuses for this one, right? You don't have to have the product, like you're just holding it up. You don't have to have the demos of it for them to try. So that can help you to build. So anytime you feel yourself coming up with an excuse, you know, just that dressed up fancy lie, that excuse, or you see an obstacle, you feel an obstacle, maybe it's not a lie, maybe it's just the truth, but it's a real life obstacle. Think, okay, how can I overcome this? How can I use that obstacle, make it a stepping stone, make me stronger, make me better, teach new ways, because you will be able to pass that on, again, to someone else that you know. So those Fab 5 and 5s are really great as well. I did do that, I know I told you about a recording. I did bring a QR code that you can scan at the end. I'll put a few that you can scan, that way you can watch that and know exactly what to do. I do hope that little idea right there, somebody's gonna finish their star tonight. Like, you need a few more sales just to finish that up. Okay, let's move on to social selling, just like basic, okay? I'm not gonna go into real big details with this, but I want you to know with social selling, you don't have to be an influencer with this massive social media presence to be influential when working your Mary Kay business. Wouldn't you rather be influential than an influencer? I mean, we want that, right? So this simply means that you are someone that customers want to buy from. So I'm just gonna use Facebook as example because that is the one I use the most. But if you pulled up your profile right now, your Facebook profile, what does that look like? Like, is your Facebook profile, and if people scroll down through your feed, maybe even like years back, you know there's people that do that, right? They're on there, they're just scrolling, they're trying to figure you out. Is it positive? Is it authentic? Do you look professional? Like, I'm not talking about when you're at the ball game with your kids or when you're with your grandkids, but does it have some professional, like, feelings? If not, get yourself a picture up here and make sure you post that. You're professional, you're at a professional event. Is it non-political? I do think that's important. You can be political, but I don't think your Facebook should. You're gonna lose about half your customers. Is it not salesy? Because there's professional and then there's salesy. And if all you're doing is trying to sell people products, it doesn't come across as very authentic. So those would just be some things I would look at. You know, maybe just think about, scroll through yours and see how that looks to you. For me, I use my Facebook more as like a supplemental. And I think that's really how that's gonna be used. Any social media is gonna be a supplemental way. I like to paint a picture of what a Mary Kay business can do for you, for your life, for your lifestyle. Like, my Facebook is a lot about my husband and I traveling and spending time with my parents and Mary Kay parties and events like this and having my grandkids, like just things that are really fun and shows your life and your lifestyle. It's not just about, hey, I need to sell you something, you know? If you want to work social as a primary, there are so many tools on InTouch. So again, look for consultants, look for directors who get results. So look through who is working it strong and getting the results. Use the tools that are out there if you want that to be a major part of your business, because there are women that do make that a really large part of their business. A couple of other suggestions for effective selling. One would be birthdays. Do you work your birthdays with your customers? I think that's such a fun way to really pay attention to women and men. Like, let them know that you recognize it's their birthday. How many of you love to have your birthdays acknowledged or celebrated? I mean, even further, right? So every single month, on the first of the month, I have all of my customers' birthdays pulled up. And I'll send a text that says, "Happy birthday, Diane. I'm celebrating you all month long. As a gift from me, you'll receive 20% off any orders this month. If you book a birthday pampering session with me during your birthday month, you'll receive a $50 gift card too. Just be sure to mention it's your birthday month when you book your appointment." That's because I'm not gonna remember that I just sent them that text yesterday. "And or place an order to take advantage of your birthday month discount." And then I end it in quotes with, "How old you are is your business, but how old you look is mine." That used to be in our flip chart, by the way. Now you could change that. Maybe you want to do 10% and like a $20 gift card. I just think of like, what would get you to go and shop from one of your favorite stores, you know, in your birthday month. So whatever would excite you will probably excite your team members, or your customers, I mean, too. And then at the end of the month, if I haven't heard from them yet, they get another one. "Hi, hope your birthday month has been great. I know I sent you this." So it's, again, just a reminder. And that text, that script is also on that QR code, so I can share that with you too. The other thing that is on there, and I think is a way that can really help you, is a 40 customer binder. I don't know if you've heard of this, but it's where you build 40 customers that buy $1,000 of product in a year. What happens if you have 40 customers that That's right, it's the core to sales. So again, teaching you how to build that really strong, solid customer base that will follow you through all of your Mary Kay journey, whether your goal and your plan is to stay an independent beauty consultant and make 50% forever. That is a lot of percent. 50% is huge. And maybe your sales is the vehicle to help you to build your team and move up the career path and take you into directorship and pink Cadillacs and top director trips and national sales director. Your sales will be that tool. It's how you meet women and men. It's how you build your business, and it's how you train others to do theirs too. Because if you're in this room and your goal is to be a sales director, the majority of the women that you bring with you will choose to stay an independent beauty consultant. And so we want them to make money, and we want to continue to make money from the sales as well as we are moving up the career path. So building those 40 customers that are on the chart shows like 23 or 27 items that are just basic things that anybody would use. And what happens when you look through the chart, sometimes your top customer that spends $1,000 a year isn't using like 2 of the main items that anybody should use. So how you work that is it gives you the opportunity to look through and be like, oh, she's not using foundation primer. I'm gonna send her a sample. So you can just send her a quick text and say, hey, I just noticed you're not using the foundation primer. It's one of my favorite products. I'm gonna pop a sample in the mail to you along with a lip color you've never tried and a coupon. Watch for it and then send it off to her. And then do a follow-up. Add a coupon in. It gives some coupons in there. It's like $10 off a $40 purchase. Have you heard of things like that before? So if it's $10 off a $40 purchase, you're not just saying $10 free. You're not just saying a discount. It encourages larger volumes of orders. That has always been really important to me for my own business, but also to train others. Out of the 27 years that I've been in Mary Kay, 10 of the years it's been my full income for my whole family. So to make money and have that bottom line and make sure that it is profitable is important, even if you don't need the money. You don't need the money. Somebody you know does, and when you can show and lead by example that this is how you can be profitable, then it shows them that they can do that too, and they can be profitable in their business as well. Let's see. Cut. Okay, I have 5:05, so I was like, I think I saw the 5-minute marker at 5 till. Okay, well that is the cut, and I will I'll hand a couple of those QR codes to the ends there. Thank you so much, and best luck selling. My favorite.